Ever wondered why car insurance in the UK feels expensive even if you're a careful driver? You can have years of no claims, no accidents, no points, and still open your renewal to find the price has gone up again. That feels unfair. And for a lot of people, it feels random. So why does car insurance keep getting more expensive in the UK, even for drivers who are doing everything right? To understand this, we have to stop looking at individual drivers and start looking at how the insurance system actually works. When people talk about car insurance, there are a few common assumptions. That insurers are just greedy. That loyalty doesn't matter anymore. That prices are pulled out of thin air. Or that comparison sites are quietly pushing everything up. And to be clear, frustration here is understandable. Insurance is one of the few bills where you pay every year, hoping never to use it. But while those explanations feel right, they don't explain the bigger trend. Because even when competition increases and new insurers enter the market, insurance premiums still keep getting more expensive. This tells us something deeper has changed. The key shift most people miss is this: insurance didn't suddenly get expensive. The cost of claims did. And once claim costs change, premiums follow. Modern cars are very different from the cars insurers were pricing risk around 10 or 15 years ago. They are safer. They're more efficient. They are packed with technology. But that technology has a cost, especially when something goes wrong. A small accident today is not the same as a small accident years ago. A crack in your bumper isn't just plastic anymore. It probably contains parking sensors, radar units, and cameras for driver assistance. Even light damage can require recalibration, software checks, and specialist equipment. This means repairs end up taking longer. You need to find a specialist garage, and the labor costs more for the work. On top of this, you often need parts from the manufacturer, which are 10 times more expensive than parts shipped from China. What used to be a quick fix can now turn into a multi-day repair. And that change alone has pushed claim costs up significantly. Then there's the issue of parts and delays. Modern vehicles rely on highly specific components. Parts aren't as interchangeable as they used to be. If a garage can't get the exact part, the car sits waiting. That waiting time matters more than people realize. Because while a car is being repaired, insurers are often paying for a hire car. And hire cars have quietly become one of the biggest costs in insurance claims. Longer repairs mean longer hire periods. Longer hire periods mean higher claim values, even if the accident itself was minor. All of this feeds into one unavoidable reality: the average cost of a claim is much higher than it used to be. And insurance pricing is built around averages, not individuals. This is the part that frustrates good drivers the most. You might never crash. You might never claim. You might do everything right. But insurance doesn't price you in isolation. It prices the risk pool. And when the average claim becomes more expensive, everyone in that pool feels it. This is why no claims bonuses doesn't freeze prices. They reduce your risk relative to others, but they don't protect you from rising system-wide costs. Even low-risk drivers are still part of a system where repairs cost more, the claims take longer, and have the same priced higher vehicles. So premiums rise, even when individual behavior doesn't change. That's not randomness. That's how risk pooling works. Another reason car insurance feels so frustrating is that pricing isn't transparent. Drivers are given a price, a renewal date, and very little explanation for why that price changed. You don't see the moving parts behind the price. Insurance pricing is influenced by dozens of factors at once, not just your driving. Claim trends across the country, repair costs for modern vehicles, parts availability and delays, higher car costs, fraud and legal claims, operational costs inside insurance companies. All of these feed into pricing models at the same time. So when your premium rises, it rarely comes with a clear reason attached. From the driver's perspective, it feels personal, like you've been singled out. From the system's perspective, pricing is reacting to costs that have already increased elsewhere. That disconnect is why insurance feels unpredictable, even when the logic makes complete sense. It's also why comparing quotes year to year can feel confusing. Prices aren't just reacting to what you did. They're reacting to how expensive accidents have become overall. Another factor that rarely gets discussed is how much time now plays into insurance costs. Claims don't just cost money, they cost time. More complex repairs mean longer claim handling, more admin, more communication, more chance of disputes. All of that increases operational costs for insurers. And insurance companies, once you take this loss, it will get passed onto your premiums. There's also regulation to consider. Over time, rules around safety, emissions, and consumer protection have increased. Most of these changes are sensible on their own, and they exist for good reasons. But as a whole, they add complexity. More checks, more compliance, more process. That increases the cost of running insurance businesses and the cost of resolving claims. Once those costs rise, they rarely come back down. This is why insurance prices behave the way they do. They rise gradually and rarely fall. When they do dip, it's often temporary, all because the underlying system hasn't become cheaper to operate. Cars have become more complex, meaning repairs take longer, and we need a skilled workforce to fix the problems, so while individual insurers might adjust pricing year to year, the long-term pressure remains upward. That's also why it feels like car insurance has become less forgiving. A small mistake costs more than it used to. A minor accident has bigger financial consequences. And even careful drivers feel exposed. Not because they're suddenly worse drivers, but because the environment around driving has changed. So car insurance in the UK isn't expensive because of one factor like companies or high accident years. It's expensive because the cost of accidents has changed. And once that happens, premiums follow. If this video helped clarify why insurance fits into the bigger picture, you might want to watch the first video on the channel where I break down why driving in the UK is getting more expensive overall, from fuel to repairs to infrastructure. And if you want more clear, no-nonsense explanations like this, feel free to like the video and subscribe. New videos focus on how the UK driving system actually works and where the costs really come from.